All right, shalom, shalom. I'd like to say all praises due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect and the men out pushing the word of the Lord. Okay, it's Tazayath, GMS Boston, coming back once again with a quick impromptu about you see it on the screen, Indianapolis riots, but not really about that, but the understanding of what's going on. All right, and these riots are catalysts to killing two birds with one stone. And first and foremost, it's Esau's idea to have chaos a brewing. All right, let's just say that. And this is one of their oldest plans. When a nation is failing, you got to have an out, so to speak. And the out is Jacob. But little do they know that this time around, the plan isn't going to go according to their thinking. This is where Job comes in. All right, and I'll get those scriptures, but the craftiness of the wicked, all right, is this devil is a maniacal thinker, and 2/3 of our people fall right into the trap. It says that they shall be like sheep led to the slaughter. Let's get that, because all these scriptures popping off in my head. Let me grab it. So this is Romans 8:36. I'm going to read up a little bit. I just start at 36. It says, as it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter. So like I was saying, this is a tactic. All right. And we've been seeing it going on for a couple of years now. Every time when they do something to, a teen or something like that, these crazy riots break out and stores are vandalized, things catch on fire, so on and so forth. But this is in the making. This is what they want to happen. And, somebody hit me to a video yesterday. All right, Joe Biden. I put it on brother's group chat in Boston, but let me grab that real quick, because these things play hand in hand. It's working on the psychosis of Jake. Okay, and the 2/3 are the ones that's triggered by it, just like they wanted Nasty Joe up in there. Okay, and he's raining hell down, just like any of those leaders would. Okay, because they're nothing but two different feathers on the same bird, and I'm talking about the plebeian and the patrician parties, which is Democrat and Republic. Okay, so, and just now I just heard a military chopper fly above, but these things are getting played out. All right, and it's going to bring the end of their kingdom. Now let me find that video and then I'll be right back. So this is the video right here. All right.
very edge, almost reneged on our debt, and that we're going to fund essential priorities and still cut the deficit by $1 trillion over the next decade. Now a small group of extreme House Republicans, they don't want to live up to that deal, and everyone in America could be faced with paying the price for that. They're changing it. We made a deal. We shook hands. We said this is what we're going to do, and now they're reneging on the deal, which is not much of a surprise these days. And the black community in particular is going to suffer if that occurs. For example, shutdown is going to risk nutrition assistance to nearly 7 million moms and children. It's going to disproportionately affect black families. The Department of Housing and Urban Development will have to stop nearly all its enforcement work fighting housing discrimination.
If you have an hour this week, you can learn 100 songs on the piano by learning just 4 chords. These.
So, there you have it. All right. What's getting ready to happen is orchestrated. All right. It's a controlled demolition of America. And this plan is, it goes further back than what you know. All right. And I just want to get into that also real brief, because at the end of Nero's reign, right, and it was 64 CE, what happened was Nero, let's get it real quick. All right, I found the little snippet of information. It says, and this is National Geographic. It says July 1864 CE, Great Fire of Rome. A fire started in Rome. When the fire was extinguished 6 days later, more than 70% of the city was in ruins. Right? Nero fiddles while Rome burns. The popular myth that Nero fiddled while Rome burned is not true. Even in the 1st century CE, Rome was filled with poorly constructed slums that easily caught fire, right? And within those slums, all we're gonna do is take a look at the trailer of the Book of Clarence. Okay, that's who lived in those slums. All right. And it's not a mystery anymore what the population of Rome was. Okay, brought out by the elder Malcolm. All right, a vast majority of the population of Rome were Israelites. Okay, Jake and people that expanded from other lands coming forth to join that megacropolis. I believe that's what they called it at one point in time. But a majority of it was Jake. And Jake, they were a sect of them were called Israelites, which they now call Christians now. All right, but we know in Antioch was the first place that they had done the taunting name of Christians instead of calling us by our true names, which were Israelites. Okay, but going back into it, it says the enormous Circus Maximus Stadium in Rome, now the capital of Italy, when the fire was finally extinguished 6 days later, 10 of Rome's 14 districts had burned. Ancient historians blame Rome's infamous emperor Nero for the fire. One historian said Nero was playing the fiddle while his city went up in flames. Other historians say Nero wanted to raise the city so he could build a new palace. Okay, and I just want to go into order ab chaos, right? So when you have order ab chaos, okay, there's problem, reaction, solution. All right, and America's doing so poorly now that as you see in history, why Nero really burned down Rome to bring the Israelites is to start anew, afresh. Okay? It says, Nero himself blamed a rebellious new cult, the Christians. Most modern histories don't blame Nero for the Great Fire of Rome. Ancient Rome was a city of 1 million people. A fire in one home could quickly engulf the entire block. So what they was doing was clearing out the pieces of the city, which in turn these Christians lived, okay, or the Israelites, all right, for those that are up on the history of this fire. But that's what you're starting to see today, right? Because when you go to we're going there right now, Revelations 12 and 12, right? Let's go there. It said that this devil was going to have a short time, right? And that's why he's playing the Order Abkeo card like he is, making these legislations that allow for looting, chaos, bringing more children of Israel that are not of Israel across the borders, okay? Just so when the time comes, the blame would be on said children of the Most High, all right? You get what I'm trying to say? We're going to be the so-called wrecking ball for Esau Edom, but he's the one that's setting it up. He's the one that's doing it, and he throwing rocks and hiding his hands, so to speak. Because if he cut off government funding and all this, just like Creepy Joe just said, well, what is that going to do? That's going to rouse Jake up, like the scriptures say. Okay. And Jake is going to play right into the hands. All right. Because it says that well, we're gonna read a little bit. Let's go to the point. That's where I want it. 12 and 12. Because when all this is going on, the Heavenly Father's Son, Yahweh Shai, is on his way. Okay? He's coming right now as this is a brewing, so to speak. Okay? It says, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto the death. Okay? And that's how certain men, okay, the hopeful elect, to be exact, are standing. Okay? We're standing on this prophecy that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is going to swoop in, okay, when it gets absolutely out of hand. All right. It says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he has but a short time. Right? So this 2030 agenda that they got going on with a cotton ball swab, okay, this is egging them on to get this plan down the road, so to speak. All right, and you can see it formulating. You know, it's going to be difficult out here, but then you're going to have Edom grow them horns and do whatever they want to the people of the nation of Israel, all under freedom for their country, so to speak. And it's all BS, man. Because right along with us being taken down, Esau is causing collateral damage to his own nation of people. And they don't see that. They think that it's us that's going to cause the turmoil, right? And let's just grab that too. Let me see. One second. You know, when we go back up, starting at 9, right? It says, and the great dragon was cast out, the old serpent called devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. And that's what Esau Edom has been doing. He is that serpent, all right, embodied with the spirit of Satan, all right. He's been lying and doing all manner of wickedness upon the face of the earth. And if you don't believe us, okay, look at the ecosystem. Look at Billy Gates of Hell, okay, and his cohorts, all right, coming up with the Malthusian theory and wear this mask and jump shots for all, okay, underneath the guise of the Georgia Guidestones, all right. We know what plan they put into effect, all right. All you have to do is look up the video TED Talks with Mr. Billy Boy himself, Billy Goat, from the Droopy cartoon. All right, and you'll see that this whole agenda with the letter P is playing into the effects as well. All right, getting rid of said amounts of people. All right, but that's his thing. Okay, well, it's John 10:10. All right, it says, and he was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Right, and that's what's happening now, because the whole world can see it. He's getting taken out of power. All right, he's getting ready to kiss the ground in a major way. All right, and he's not getting back up off the floor. That's why I said in the end, this enterprise that he got going is going to come to naught, just like the scriptures say, And it says, and I heard a loud voice saying, in heaven now is come salvation, all right, and strength, in the kingdom of our power, all right, and the power of his is anointed. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, day and night. And how they doing that? They doing that through the media. They doing it by way of getting masses of people upset enough to go riot and break the law. Okay. Then in turn, demonizing said groups of people over something that was unjust in the first place. Okay. This is a real methodical game that Satan is playing, man. And when I say that, I mean the so-called white man, okay, which is Esau Edom. All right. And Jake is none the wiser. All right. Because in the end, it's going to come true. All right. They're trying to blame the fall down of this kingdom on us as well, even though we are not privy to it. But it's prophecy in itself. Okay. He's going to get just what he's looking for. All right. The downfall of this kingdom. All right. But it's already said that he's not going to be in the seat of power anymore, because the kingdom of heaven is coming, and it's going to be established right here on the planet Earth, right? without this devil having any type of power, say so, or rulership ever again in his whole entire existence. Okay? Or no other nation for that fact of a matter. Okay? None but the nation of Israel. That's what it states in the scriptures through prophecy. All right? Let's get it. This is 2 Ezra 6:6. I'm going to start right here. It says, Then did I consider these things, and they all were made through me alone, and through none other. By me also they shall be ended, and by none other. So when you look at Genesis 25 and 25, reading on down, all right, Yahweh, all right, set up this whole process, okay, for wickedness to rule in such a manner, okay, to get this devil to such heights that he thinks that he can't be touched. All right. And when you look at it, this is how he's feeling himself right now. All right. And the Lord sets up kingdoms and bringeth down kingdoms. That's what it states in the scriptures. Okay. It says, Then answered I and said, this is Ezra, what shall be the parting asunder of the times, and when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth? We just read that, okay, in Revelations, all right, 10, all right. And he said unto me, From Abraham unto Isaac, from Jacob and Esau were born of him. Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Okay? So that's what's getting ready to happen. Even though they're trying to play the blame game. All right? But Jacob's going to... Look, man, this kingdom's going to get mashed up bad. Because when Israel gets into the fray, then the army is coming. The Lord of hosts, okay, is going to set himself and debacle, okay, this whole scheme. And that's what people don't understand. This is where you get Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, okay, from. Okay, let's get 2 more precepts, then I'm going to wrap it up. Okay. So we're going to go to Job. 1 second. And this is, Job having a conversation with his friends, all right, from other nations. Okay, when they seen the calamity happen to Job, the Lord put the spirit on them to help him do his ordeal by prophesying or giving him visions of what's to come. And Job put it all together. The Lord was speaking through these said friends to Job. It said the Bildad speaks of the wicked. Okay. It says, I'm going to read from 1. It said, Then answered Bildad the Shuhite and said, How long will it be ere ye make an end of words? Mark, and afterwards we will speak. Okay. Wherefore are we counted as beasts and reputed thou in your sight? Right? And that's how the so-called white man looks at 2/3 of our people. Okay? Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay? He teareth himself in his anger. Shall the earth be forsaken for thee? And shall the rock be removed out of his place? Right? Yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. The light shall be dark in his tabernacle, and his candle shall be put out with him. And that's what's getting ready to happen. Because he didn't put himself in straits now. Okay? We're trying to pit the children of Israel as the blame. Like I said, it's not going to work. It's getting ready to come to naught. This maniacal plan that he has is going to cause a lot of destruction. And the Lord is going to get rid of 2/3 of his wicked people. Okay? It's the two birds with one stone effect coming down the pipeline. Like I was speaking of. Esau got his two birds with one stone. And the Most High, definitely, the author of it all, has the two birds with one stone mindset. Because if it wasn't for him, this mindset would have never happened. All right. It's all set up from the beginning. All right. Then when you go to, let's go here. 19. I believe it's 20. Yes. This is Job 20:5. It says that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. And that's what all that time that spent. Okay. The collapse of Rome, and then them coming back into power. Okay. To right now. That was that little space of time, man. All right. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach onto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. The eyes also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hand shall restore their goods. So this is it for his kingdom, man. Okay, no matter which way they slice it. Bringing in the death, destruction, calamities. Okay, this signifies, this is the period on the end of their rulership. All right, because this place is never going back to the same way that it was. All right, and a great reset is coming, and it's not the one that they think they're gonna get. All right, let's go to Job 5 real quick. They didn't play the deadly game, and they didn't lost. Okay, let's go down to 12. This is Job 5:11. It says, to set up on high those that be low, that those which mourn may be exalted to safety. He disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. He taketh their wives in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the fraud is carried headlong. All right, it's thwarted, like it says over in the NLT column. He traps the wise in their own cleverness, though the cunning schemes are thwarted. Okay, so this 2030 agenda is bullshit. It's not even going to come to fruition like they thinking it's going to. Okay, it's not coming. All right, the MOTB is going to be implemented, but people are going to go haywire about them 15-minute cities and so on and so forth, man. It's starting to be revealed right now. Okay, so the gears in his machine are still turning, but they getting jammed up. Okay, It's not going to run smoothly like the plan. It looks good on paper, but when it comes down to the fact of the matter, it's about to get gunked up. Okay, and Yahweh Shai is coming to throw that monkey wrench right in that you know what. All right, he's coming down. He's getting ready to wreak havoc on it. All right, let's go to Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter. It's going to leave them for a loss. All right, let's go there. Wisdom of Solomon, 5th chapter. This is the good news. This is the real gospel right here. Okay, no ifs, ands, and buts about it. And this is the end. Okay. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for. Okay? So them chariots, them UAPs, the part of the deliverance and the destruction of Babylon the Great. Okay? And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision in a proverb of reproach. For we fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor. How is he numbered among the children of the Most High, Yahweh? Okay? And his lot is among the saints. Therefore have we erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness have not shined onto us, and the sun of righteousness rose not upon us. You dang on right it didn't. Because it's only written for the nation of Israel. And we keep on telling you that week in, week out there on the highways and byways. But you're not listening. And for that, our own people, 2/3 of our own people, is going to get caught in the onslaught about this game that Esau is playing, or with this game that Esau is playing. You go out there and riot in them streets with them 2/3, man. Okay, and you're not going to make it to your destination, because when this government shuts down, then anything's going to go. Okay, it's not going to be the same like the other little shutdowns that we had. It's going to be a blank slate, or opportunity to try to make a blank slate. It's no police, it's no paramedics, it's no hospital, okay? It's no paychecks, it's no jobs. Nothing but terror, okay? For those that's not in the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, all right? Off the first page I was reading off of, okay? I believe that was Romans 8, okay? And it tells you, all right, how to live in the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, how to save your spirit, okay? Because this on Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, when them UAPs come down, we know that they are the chariots of the Most High and deliver up, okay, said men of the nation of Israel, the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, and cause destruction, okay, on everything else moving in Babylon the Great, along with those nuclear missiles, okay? Then they should know, right? Let's get it. It's Ezekiel 33. And as you can see, the title to the chapter, the watchman's duty. But we're gonna go down, and go to 33. Slocky. We'll read 32. Let's see. I'll read from 31. Ezekiel 33 and 31. And they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. For with their mouth they show much love, but their heart goes after their covetousness. And that goes into the MOTB that's coming as well, right? We're telling you week in, week out, don't partake in the MOTB because it's the downfall of this kingdom for one, but it'd be the end of you for certain, okay? When you go to Revelations, the 14th chapter, all right? Don't chase the bag, so to speak. Just get your daily bread and be content and rely on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai forevermore, okay? It says, and lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument, for they hear thy words, but they do them not. All right. So you're going to be in that, you're going to be in that pile of sticks waiting for fire if you don't hear the words that's coming out of the prophet's mouths. Okay. And it says, and when this comes to pass, Lord will come, then shall they know that a prophet had been among them. Right. And just as I did all that talking with the precepts, right, it's going to come to pass, man. It's going to come to pass through the power and spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. I didn't say it, okay, but the scripture said it, all right. And the author he has written this into play. That's why I can explain it by looking at the news clips, okay. And from the elder apostles on down, the spirit that they have instilled throughout the four corners of the globe, which is the spirit of prophecy through the words of the Holy Scriptures from Yahweh Shai. All right. Seek ye out of the book and read. Okay. That's how the spirit stays on you. And it's coming. This is it. This gospel has never been preached around the world in such a manner. It never has. And this is it. It says it in scripture. Let's go there and then I'll close it out. The water Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. It's Matthew 24 and 14. It says, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. The end of what? The end of this kingdom. Okay, Esau, Edom's great master plan is the Lord's master plan. Okay. And it's the end of his rulership and the beginning of the nation of Israel rule upon the planet forever. So with that, I want to say all praises due to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kadash, double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and the man that's pushing the word throughout the four corners of the globe. All right. Shalom, Abad Babal, and Kwam Yasharala.